8 years ago, the single I Don't Want a Lover launched Glasgow band Texas, their first album Southside, and a plangent brand of slide guitar. Almost a decade on, the band's new album, White on Blonde, marks a change of look and a new collection of sounds.
Following the release of 3 albums and moderate success in the late 1980s and early 1990s, Scottish rock band Texas achieved monumental chart success with their 4th studio album in 1997. This record not only became one of the UK's top albums of the 1990s, but also cemented Texas's place in music history. Here's the story of Texas, White on Blonde.
It was the week before my 18th birthday when I met Johnny, who's my songwriting partner and the bass player in Texas. And Johnny was actually a big part of that whole, probably one of the most successful bands that came out of Glasgow at that point, which was Altered Images. So he had already been in a very successful band and then formed another band after that, which were also very successful, Hipsway. And then that was at the point that then we met each other when he'd finished in Hipsway. And he was ready to do something new, and we met through a mutual friend, and that was where Texas was formed.
We took it from the Wim Wenders film Paris, Texas. When we first got together, the movie really influenced us. Obviously, the soundtrack also by Ry Cooder.
Formed in 1986, Texas was born from the collaboration of singer Charlene Spiteri, bassist Johnny McElhone, and guitarist Ali McCurley. At the time, Spiteri was working as a hairdresser in Glasgow.
It was really just a name for us, and we thought it suited us. It's quite weird, going to America sometimes and suddenly you're called Texas and you're Scottish, people squinting at you, then hearing music they don't mind so much.
So we wrote I Don't Want a Lover. It would have been 1986 when we did the original demo, and it was the first song that myself and Johnny McElhone, the bass player in Texas, wrote together. And I was still a hairdresser at the time, and I used to literally go to work, do my hairdressing job, come back at night, and we would start writing songs. And I Don't Want a Lover was that point. And we made it originally on a 4-track. So I don't even, people probably, like young people will be just like, what is she talking about? But we did that on an original 4-track. We had a little synth bass that we were like, dun, 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 dun. And we had this mad idea that we were both, myself and Johnny, were obsessed by the movie Paris, Texas. And we loved the soundtrack, which was done by Ry Cooder. And we thought slide guitar would be like the dawn to put on this track. So that's where you get the down, 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 down. And then it was taking it to that modern sound with suddenly this synth bass comes in with the and yeah, it's funny because I look back at I Don't Want a Lover now and the lyrics, and I would have been, it was the week before my 18th birthday when we wrote that. And I look back now as a 53-year-old woman, and I still think, yeah, do you know what? I don't want a lover, I want everything. And that's what the song means. It means you don't just want one thing, you want, I don't want a lover, I just need a friend, which means I want the lot, I want the whole package. And I still stand by that to this very day.
I don't want a lover. Their debut single, I Don't Want a Lover, was released in January 1989, reaching number 8 on the UK singles chart and number 77 on the US Billboard Hot 100. The track gained international top 40 status. Their debut album, Southside, followed in March 1989, peaking at number 3 in the UK and earning gold certification. However, subsequent singles from the album failed to crack the UK top 40. Their second album, Mother's Heaven, arrived in September 1991, led by the single Why Believe in You, which didn't make it into the UK top 40. The album itself reached only number 32. The single, In My Heart, performed even worse, marking their 5th consecutive single to miss the top 40, until the release of Alone With You in January 1992, which climbed to number 32.
Be with you. Somewhere we call home.
Interestingly, shortly after, they released a cover of Al Green's Tired of Being Alone, which became a moderate hit, peaking at number 19 in the UK. In November 1993, Texas released Rick's Road, featuring singles So-Called Friend, which would reach number 30 in the UK, and You Owe It All to Me, reaching number 39. The album would peak at number 18, with So In Love With You reaching number 28 in 1994. The creation of their 4th album spanned 3 years, starting in 1994, marking a highly productive phase. Ultimately, the standard international release would include 14 of those tracks, while the Japanese edition would feature 16. Most songs were written by Spiteri and McElhone, with all band members sharing in the production process, a departure from their previous albums.
Kissing lies has kept me true. I'll fall every time, but I'll leave you.
Now, you dropped out of sight for a while, so what happened there?
I think we kind of decided to kind of lay low for a while, just gone with, you know, making records and touring. We did a lot of touring with the last 2 records, so we've been doing that, just keeping the press to a minimum.
So what about your album? Is there a conscious change of direction here?
Yeah, I mean, we felt after with Rick's Road, we had gone as far as we possibly could with that sort of, you know, band playing in the studio. And for us, it would have been very difficult for us actually to go in, plug in our guitars and just play, because I think it would have just sounded typically Texas. So we really had to find a new way for us to feel very excited about making the music. So we built a studio in the house, and which was a lot of fun, in the house in Glasgow. And we started from there, bought a computer, samplers, everything, and drum machine, and off we went.
Now that's interesting, because usually board bands choose to go and record their next album in Barbados, but you thought, I'll record it at home in Glasgow.
Yeah, we felt that it was right. We felt we wanted to be able to do as many ideas as we possibly could. I mean, at the end of it, we ended up with 40 or 50 songs, rather than typically, you know, just having those 14 songs ready. Off you go into the studio for a 3-week period and record them. That we really didn't want to do. So therefore, at the end of it, we had a very big choice to make and put an album and a vision that we had of what we wanted to sound like and how we wanted to be together. So that was very interesting. It's like putting a big giant jigsaw puzzle together at the end of it.
But what about the songs that you finally chose? Do they reflect a personal change of mind?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that there were songs obviously that really stood out for us as a band, and then it's kind of like, I mean, running through the whole record is very much a sort of a soul thread through the whole album, with modern sounds and taking it up to very a modern soul record, more or less. So for us, it was you know, linking songs like Say What You Want, Halo, Insane, you know, all those songs, Black Eyed Boy, they're all quite different sounding, but they all have the soul thread, and then it was putting songs in between them to link them all together. So it was very much a picture. I think it's a very sort of European sounding record as well. The sort of like sounds that we've used and run through the record.
97 was a great year because we had released the White on Blonde album and the first single, Say What You Want, from that, which completely changed everything in the world of Texas.
Yeah, you can say what you want, but it won't change my mind. I feel the same.
I always believe that a song that you can point to is always quite good. I like a point in the song. So literally when you go, well, you can say what you want. When you can do that to a song, I always have a little bit of a thing going, yeah, that should work.
What I am is what you wanna be.
By the time of White on Blonde, they'd more than served their apprenticeship, but they had never kind of been as brilliant as that.
You can say what you want, I can say what you want. I feel the same about you.
What was interesting about Texas is their songs were classic and purely song driven. You know, like if you stripped all the music away and you just had Charlene and a piano, it would be just as great.
After 8 years, Texas were back. They had a new sound and a new way of working.
Made the album in a spare room in my house in Glasgow. We were sitting, you know, there'd be a manual on one knee, a computer, and us trying to work out how to actually make records on computers and program stuff and move stuff, but also with the technology that we were then using, it gave us a great freedom.
On the 6th of January 1997, Say What You Want was released as the lead single, becoming Texas's biggest hit to date, reaching number 3 in the UK. It also charted at number 11 in Australia, number 14 in Ireland, and number 23 on the US Adult Top 40.
I will feel you're on the run. Never lived too long to make right. I see you're doing fine. And when I get that feeling, I can no longer slide. I can no longer run, no, no. And when I get that feeling, I can no longer hide. For it's no longer fun, no, no. Yeah, you can say what you want, but it won't change my mind. I feel the same about you. And you can tell me your reasons, but it won't change my feelings. I feel the same about you. What I am is what you wanna be. Yeah, now that I'm not there, I took the tables away from you. It's time that I don't care. And when I get that feeling, I can no longer slide. I can no longer run, no, no. And when I get that feeling, I can no longer hide. Or it's no longer fun, no, no.
With their biggest single on hand, Texas would release new album White on Blonde on the 3rd of February 1997. Initial reviews were mixed, with critics unsure of the band's evolving style. Nevertheless, the album debuted at number 1 on the Scottish Albums Chart and remained in the top 5 into November 1997. It spent a total of 86 weeks in the top 100. In the UK, White on Blonde would also debut at number 1 and would reach there again in August of 1997, maintaining a total of 112 weeks in the top 100. It also charted at number 2 in France and enjoyed success across Europe. In Australia, it would peak at number 25 and in New Zealand at number 36. The album has also received numerous accolades, including being voted the 86th greatest album of all time by Q magazine readers in 1998 and ranking number 34 in Q's Best 50 Albums of Q's lifetime. In 2010, it was nominated for the Brit Awards Best Album of the Past 25 Years. Certified 6 times platinum in the UK, it has sold approximately 4 million copies worldwide.
Change my feelings, I feel the same about you. Yeah, you can say what you want, but it won't change my mind. I feel the same about you. And you can tell me your reasons, but it won't change my feelings. I feel the same about you. You say what you want, yeah.
White on Blonde is a great example of musicianship. And it's a masterpiece of taking it from the very start, that little seed of a lyric, and taking it all the way through to an album that gets hailed and applauded by the media.
And it was that media who helped propel the album to the masses.
It's Radio 1 Hits, Monday the 24th of April.
Chris Evans was on Radio 1 and he had heard this record, went in to buy it, and there was no records on the shelves. And the head lawyer of Universal Records was in his car at that point and heard it, made a phone call, went, restock the records now. And, you know, another reason why I think it did really well. It was all like just perfect time, perfect place, and a million different things that came together to just make it all happen.
And Texas had the perfect frontwoman who was ready to lead them forward into their second chapter.
Texas understood the need to be a pop band, the need to have Charlene as a really strong frontwoman and really understanding what a pop star can be and what they can do.
When it came to White on Blonde, at that point, that was when it was like, no, we've established where we're at, now I will step forward. Took me a long time, but I eventually got there, and now they've never been able to shut me up since.
Charlene was fairly untouchable, enormously beautiful, but also she's not got her kit off, as the case with many people in bands felt they had to do.
I never did the tits and ass, it just wasn't what I did. You know, it was like people kind of ask me still now and they go, you know, but you never did that sexy thing. And I look at them like, oh my God, I think I did do the sexy thing. You know, for me, covering up my whole face on the front cover of White on Blonde with just, you know, my eyes, to me that said so much more than going, look what I got. You know, I remember going to shoot the sleeve for White on Blonde and freezing cold. I just remember how cold it was. Jurgen, photographer, he said to me, he says, go in and scrub your face really, really hard in the toilet. And I came back out and my face was really red and I just went like this with the jumper. And he caught that moment.
Texas, White on Blonde, the superb new album, includes the massive hit single, Say What You Want, and the new single, Halo. Texas, White on Blonde, the album, it's out now.
Second single, Halo, was released on the 7th of April 1997 and reached number 10 in the UK and number 3 in Scotland. Its music video was shot in Hong Kong.
Stars in their own private movie play just like children. Lies that take her places she has never seen. The kiss and tell of it all. To her it seems so obscene. She's so pretty. Her hair is a mess. We all love her, to that we confess. She has a halo, we really do adore her. For she has a halo, can we touch her? For the blinded, she sees much further. On the wire. screen viewing going down on her. So pretty, it is a mess. We all love her, to that we confess. She has a halo, really do adore her, but she has a halo, carries a charm. She believes in everything, and she believes in nothing, in
I remember when we gave Black Eyed Boy to a record company and they went, it's not really feeling it. And then they said, you need to go back and maybe have another thing, rethink it. And we went, okay. And we went away and we just chucked it in the corner and we gave the exact same demo back to them 3 weeks later and we went, what do you think about that? And they went, oh wow, that's so much better. And we went, okay, great, let's go with it.
Black Eyed Boy would follow on the 28th of July 1997, peaking at number 5 in the UK and number 2 in Scotland, and charted well in France, Ireland and Iceland.
find.
Put Your Arms Around Me was released on the 3rd of November 1997 as the 4th release from the album, reaching number 6 in Scotland and number 10 in the UK.
Are you ready to let yourself drown? Are you holding your breath? Are you ready or not? Are you ready, baby? Too long to confess. Do you feel that you're already know? Are you sure of yourself? Would you lie if you're not? You tire me out, don't wanna let that happen. The secret screams so loud, why did you let that happen? So put your arms around me, you let me believe that you are someone else. 'Cause only time can take you. So let me believe that I am somewhere else. Maybe I'm ready to break. Do you think that I push you too far? Would you open yourself? Are you reckless or not? Tire me out, don't wanna let that happen. A secret scream so loud, why did you let that happen? So put your arms around me, you let me believe that you're someone else. 'Cause only time can take you. So let me believe that I am somewhere else. Yeah, let me believe that I am somewhere else.
As I walk in the shadow of death, 16 men on a dead man's chest. Your whole 15, Mr. H.O.T. And I get you get splashed with the tech. Nobody goes to the guard, say so. You got a second or more to run for the dough. Before I blow back off the map contact, you didn't know stack could get down like that.
And when I get that feeling, I can no longer slide. I can no longer run, I don't know. And when I get that feeling, I can no longer hide. For it's no longer fun, I don't know.
All day, every day.
Yeah, you can say what you want, but it won't change my mind. I feel the same about you. And you can tell me your reasons, but it won't change my feelings. I feel the same about you. Yeah, you can say what you want, but it won't change my mind. I feel the same about you. And you can tell me your reasons, but it won't change my feelings. I feel the same about you.
Now our next band are our old friends. They've sold over 4 million albums. This will be their 5th hit single from the album White on Blonde. It's brilliant. It's called Insane. Please welcome Texas. Here they are.
The final single, Insane, was released as a double A-side with Say What You Want, All Day, Every Day on the 9th of March 1998, peaking at number 4 in the UK and Scotland and number 25 in Ireland.
No one believes in you. I understand. insane, 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 insane. I don't know where you've been looking. I think it's only in your mind. This takes a time inside of you, all the thoughts unkind. It's insane, 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 insane. Nobody wants to lose their game. It's the same for me. It's the same for you. It's insane, 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 insane.
Johnny, that's yours. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I don't know whether that should be in a body of haircuts or a body of songs, but there were some very dodgy ones up there. There's been a lot of people involved with this record from the very beginning, and we'd just like to thank all of them, and this means a great deal to us. Thank you.
Thank you. It's a great honour.
It was just amazing to suddenly get that second chance at being successful, but we didn't really realise how sort of massive it would become.
White on Blonde went on to become the biggest selling album of the year. Texas were officially back.
During this period, Texas were among the most played artists on European radio, with multiple singles dominating airplay.
Good advice.
The success of White on Blonde propelled Texas beyond their earlier achievements, proving that they were far from being just a one-hit wonder. Their influence and popularity endured, paving the way for future success with their next album.
Once in a lifetime, I'll never be in between. Some things you just can't ignore.
Thanks for watching.
She's blonde, reflections are now gone, reflections everywhere. If you gaze for too long, it will fade and then it's gone, reflections everywhere. Blonde on white, white on blonde, her perfections are now gone, reflections everywhere.
Hi, thank you for watching this video and supporting the channel as a whole. I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everybody that continues to like, subscribe and post comments on all of the videos. If you would like to support me even further, you can do so by clicking on the link in the description right now. Buy Me a Coffee does not require a subscription. You can just click on the link and donate a few pounds to help buy me a coffee or two whenever you like a particular video. I really do appreciate everybody that has supported me up until now. Let's keep it going. Let's grow the channel even further and help to boost this perfect pop nostalgia that I absolutely love and I'm so dedicated to. I know you love too, so let's just keep it going. Thank you so much and see you soon in the next video.